Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor is currently being invited for a round of photo opportunity with IAM Sarawak committee members. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the arrival of the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak and yang amat berbahagia Puan Seri Dato' Amar Haja Jumani Tun Tuanku Haji Bujang. Honourable and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the National Anthem Negaraku, followed by the State Anthem of Sarawak, Ibu Pertiwiku. kasih. Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Putri Santuba sejinjang kisah lama zaman mensia maya sejinjang penjaga gunung negeri Sarawak, manusia ada dapat dilawan, anak dan dewa turut rayangan. Satu bong puteri bertenun kain malam. Sejinjang puteri menumbuk padi siang. Satu harinya dua kelahi beranok-anok si henti-henti. Seorang memadah diri bagus lagi, seorang si kalah walau sampai ke mati. Satu bong puteri bertenun kain malam. Sejinjang puteri menumbuk padi siang. Udah lejutnya dua kelahi, lalu bertukurnya dua puteri. Sejenjang mengayun alok ke pipi, lebih satu bong sampai gitu hari. Tapi satu bong membalas jua, lalu ditikam batang belida sampai terkena sejinjang kepala, lalu berterabur jadi pulau gerak. Kisah satu bong, kisah sejinjang, asal berkawan jadi musuhan. Kini tu tinggal jadi kenangan, bagi ingatan sepanjang zaman. Putri satu bong, putri sejinjang, putri satu bong, putri sejinjang, putri satu bong, putri sejinjang, putri satu bong, putri sejinjang.
Please give them a round of applause by waving both your hands like this. Our opening act was performed by the dancers from the deaf community under Sarawak Deaf Art and Culture Association, choreographed by the association members Abdul Shafiq and Thea Afandi. Despite not being able to hear, ladies and gentlemen, these dancers are so passionate about dancing and are able to feel the beat of the music. Thank you. Once again, let's wave both our hands like this. And thank you to our dancers. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Sarawakku sayang. Our guest of honor, the Right Honourable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak, and yang amat berbahagia, Puan Sri Datuk Amar Haji Jumani Tun Tuanku Haji Bujang, the Honourable Datuk Sri Professor Dr. Sim Kuhian, Deputy Premier of Sarawak, yang berbahagia Datuk Engineer Janang Bungusu, Chairman of IEM Sarawak, yang berusaha Engineer Professor Dr. Jeffrey Chiang Chung Luin, Vice President of Institution Engineers Malaysia, yang berusaha Engineer Stephanie Sim Hui Kang, Organising Chair Lady of IEM Sarawak Dinner, to all our distinguished guests, our kind sponsors, IEM members, media members, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and a warm welcome to Institution Engineers Malaysia or IEM Sarawak Annual Dinner 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, last held 2 years ago, this annual get-together to celebrate the engineering fraternity is back again this time with the theme Digitalization towards sustainability. And ladies and gentlemen, to launch IEM Annual Night, we now invite our dancers to present our guest of honor with IEM cutout logo. Sir, may we invite you to insert the logo into the special slot, which will initiate and light up the digital tree and hologram logo. Silakan Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Petinggi. Digital tree, light it up. And the hologram is out. Once again, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This is IEM Sarawak Annual Dinner 2022. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, dinner will be served, and with that, may we invite the banquet team of Imperial Kuching. Enjoy dinner, selamat menjamu selera. Silakan Imperial Kuching. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, dinner is ready and served. Selamat menjamu selera, bon appetit. And to keep you company while you're enjoying your dinner, please enjoy live entertainment coming your way from Acoustic Connection.
Dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiven. Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night with the voices soft as thunder, as to tear your hope apart, as to turn your dream to shame. He slept a summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still a dream he'll come to me, that we would live the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I have a dream my life would be so different from this hill I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. No life has killed the dream I Look at me, you may think you see who I really am, but you never know me every day. It's as if I played a part. Now I see, if I wear a mask, I can fool the world, but I cannot fool my heart. Who is the girl I see staring straight back at me? When will my reply
nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. The world isn't the same, you'll never change it. As sure as the stars that shines above you, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love. You know nobody till somebody loves you. You know nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're I grow and old. The world still is the same. You never change it. As sure as the stars that shines above you. You're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody. You don't need just anybody. Just find yourself somebody to love.
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I never ask for too much, just so that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. But don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. My soul, I can imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you see through right to the heart of me. You break down my walls with the strength of your love. No, I never knew love like I've known it with you. Will the memory survive? Oh, one I can hold on to. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't have to play again. This passion inside can run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. You'll never remember forever. But don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. My soul, I can imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. My soul, I can imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me. Don't you dare walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Live entertainment coming your way from Acoustic Connection. Welcome back. Hope everyone is enjoying themselves thus far. Honorable and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may we now have the pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia Dato' Engineer Jana Anak Bungsu, Chairman of IEM Sarawak, to deliver his speech. Yang Berbahagia Dato' Engineer Janang, please.
the Right Honorable Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Dato' Abang Haji Openg, the Premier of Sarawak, and yang berbahagia Datin Petinggi Puan Sri Dato' Amar, thank you for coming for tonight's occasion. We are so honored to have both of you here tonight, and all the engineers are so privileged to have. Very seldom that we have function like this where the top leader of Sarawak together with his spouse. I think they deserve another round of applause from us, engineers. Yeah. The Honorable Dato' Sri Professor Dr. Sim Kuihian, Minister, Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government, and yang berusaha, Engineer Professor Dr. Jeffrey Chiang, Vice President of Institution of Engineering Malaysia, and yang berusaha, Engineer Sim Hui Keng, the organizing chairperson for tonight's dinner. And I also want to acknowledge a few people that are around with us this evening. Of course, the Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Infrastructure and Port Development Sarawak, Saudara Engineer Chew, thank you for coming. And also the newly appointed Pengarah JKA Sarawak, Saudara Engineer Richard Tajan, thank you for coming, sir. And a few head of department that are here even tonight. Kaban Nakuri Betung, Engineer Ahmad Deni, the Director of the ID also here with us tonight. Saudara Chang, Director of JEBAP also here. And my sister, Dato' Engineer Alice, nyaw memadik, the PEMSEC of Ministry of Public Utilities. And I must say that tonight we have the presence of Yang Berbahagia Puan Sri. Thank you for coming, Puan Sri, to be with us here tonight. And indeed, the engineers of Sarawak as Miss the late Tan Sri James Masing. Thank you for coming, and you remind us so much of the late Tan Sri for being here tonight. And also with us here in the main table, our main sponsor, Mr. James Ling, also here with us tonight. Thank you, Mr. James, for being the main sponsor for tonight's dinner. And also, I wish to acknowledge the rest of our invited guests, Dato' Sri, and ladies and gentlemen, salam sejahtera dan salam Ibu Pertiwiku. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an overwhelming privilege to stand before fractions of the local engineering fraternity to deliver the welcoming address on this momentous night of the Institution of Engineers Malaysia Sarawak Annual Dinner 2022 after 3 years of battle with the COVID-19 pandemic. Welcome to the Institution of Engineers Malaysia Sarawak Annual Dinner 2022. Digitalization towards sustainability is the theme for tonight's dinner, and it signifies our direction as an engineering institution moving forward, embracing our beloved Sarawak development strategy. First of all, the organizing committee fronted by our Vice Chairperson, Engineer Stephanie Sim, has done spectacularly well tonight. And she and her working committee have defied all odds to materialize what we are seeing tonight. And it is not exaggerating to say that I take pride in them, Mr. Chairman. Not forgetting the assurance and affirmation support from Institution of Engineers Malaysia headquarters and all our engineers fraternity, which I was informed that we have more than 1,000 gathered in this hall tonight. And to all our dinner sponsors, thank you very much. Tonight is not just about gathering, catching up, or even eating good food tonight. But tonight is the night when the institution of Engineers Malaysia Sarawak bravely take another milestone step towards our goal of becoming a regional hub for engineering research and education under the International Engineering Center named INTEC here. This is no longer a dream. It is happening. IIM Sarawak is blessed with 1 million ringgit grant from the Right Honorable Premier Office, beginning of this year. And it is just like the blinding light at the end of a tunnel. Achieving this goal would be monumental for our beloved Sarawak and the local engineering fraternity. Once again, thank you Yang Amat Berhormat Honorable Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari. With his extraordinary wisdom and leadership, our Premier, the Right Honorable Premier, the development of Sarawak has progressed into a phase where digitally skilled professionals and workforces are critically needed. The launch of the post-COVID-19 Development Strategy 2030 by the Right Honorable Premier paves the way, the roadmap of the development of Sarawak into a developed state with a thriving society driven by data and innovation, where everyone enjoys economic prosperity, social inclusivity, and a sustainable environment. It will take a tremendous driving force to get to our destination. Therefore, sufficiently trained workforces and professionals in digital technology are crucial for this journey as we work towards fulfilling our promises to all Sarawakians, especially to our future generations. While we are moving towards a digital economic landscape, let us also not forget about the growing needs of the industry. Hence, IEM will work closely with Sarawak government to bridge the knowledge gap, need to exercise better technical competencies and professionalism to alleviate the escalation of costs while improving timeliness in service delivery and providing quality products. This is where the International Engineering Center, or INTEC, can serve its purpose. The center would serve as a regional hub of excellence in upskilling and educating the local engineering fraternity, especially our future professional engineers of Sarawak. Our goal conforms with one of the main enablers of the post-COVID-19 Development Strategy 2030, which is education and human capital. Apart from providing training in a specific engineering domain, the center will also conduct studies on other areas of interest, especially how some of the existing engineering processes can accord with the digital transformation as well as the petrochemical technology research. We are looking forward to collaborate with higher learning institutions, industrial players, government agencies, and our IEM headquarters affirmation to make the purpose and function of our center more significant to the industry and Sarawak government. The INTEC is currently located at Isthmus Raintree Square in a shop lot building wholly owned by IEM Sarawak. For the benefit of those who are fresh in this matter, and as a reminder for those involved and have heard of it, we were graciously gifted a 6 acres of land at Muara Tuang Land District in Kota Samarahan by Sarawak government for the establishment of INTEC at its full glory. However, there were sensitive issues on the plot of land that had stopped us from fulfilling the true purpose of the International Engineering Center. Therefore, as the chairman of IEM Sarawak, I want to announce that these issues are now behind us. I would like to take this opportunity to announce that IEM Sarawak has finally received a confirmation letter from IEM Council with regards to IEM Sarawak's property ownership. It is indeed, in one way or another, acknowledge Sarawak autonomy through enable branches to self-manage and own properties. And I must thank the representative from IEM headquarters for delivering the letters last week, I think, few days ago, we received it, and we received it with gladness and gratitude, and send our regards to the President who has graciously signed the letter, which is very meaningful and set a new pace of development in IEM itself, in Sarawak, and also throughout Malaysia, for that matter. IEM Sarawak is determined to ensure that the INTEC is on track again to fulfill its true purpose as promised to the local engineering fraternity 10 years ago. The fulfillment of the International Engineering Center will chart the future of the engineering profession and propel the local engineering fraternity to greater heights. Abraham Lincoln once said that the best way to manage our future is to create it. Yang Amat Berhormat, Premier of Sarawak, we wish to reiterate our appreciation to Sarawak government for agreeing to have granted us one-to-one matching grant that for the building of INTEC, it was announced in our last dinner by the late Tan Sri James, so that from IEM Sarawak, we raised half of the cost to build the INTEC, and the government of Sarawak will match it. That was already agreed, and we must thank the Sarawak government for being so kind and so graciously providing us with this matching grant. Thank you very much, the leadership of Sarawak government. In addition to our function and purpose as engineering institution, we aim to contribute significantly to the development strategies of Sarawak government for a better Sarawak. Our duties are to our local engineering fraternity and the people of Sarawak. We are confident that we can deliver as we graciously backed by all stakeholders in Sarawak. Moreover, we have no intention to rest on our laurels just because we achieve something and inevitably fall into the trappings of passivity. In fact, we are planning our next steps to deliver our functions as an engineering institution and to closely support Sarawak government, specifically in bridging the knowledge gaps and fulfilling the industrial needs. IEM, as a learned organization, we therefore at the best position to render our neutral position. Hence, we wish to seek continuous support and cooperation from all stakeholders, including the government agencies. Today, we will witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding between IEM Sarawak, JKR Sarawak, Swinburne University, and PCSS this evening. This is the first step to affirm the establishment of a platform enabling collaborative relations between all parties to collaborate and develop the technical interchange through mutual assistance, especially in the areas of digitalization in the construction industry, industry-related research, sustainable development, and community empowerment. IEM Sarawak is blessed to have renewed support from Sarawak government, the industrial players, and the local engineering fraternity. This is the driving force of the institution. And it is what makes us perform the best of our capabilities. In this note, on behalf of IEM Sarawak, I would like to call upon more industry players to come up front. Together, we rationalize our revered premiers and vision and let Sarawak shine in the stage of the whole world. Tonight, we will also have a sneak peek of a commemorative book in brewing, in which we will demonstrate journey of IEM Sarawak from year 1968 until 2022. Among the chapters, there will be down the memory lane IEM with our Tun Pehin Sri and our late Tok Nan, and absolutely with our Right Honorable Premier will be included in the book. And I wish also to record our appreciation, not forgetting our late Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Dr. James Jabut Masing, the previous Minister of Infrastructure and Port Development of Sarawak, for bringing such a great development into in planning the development of infrastructure in Sarawak. And we are indeed grateful tonight for the kind presence of Yang Berbahagia Puan Sri Corin Masing. Thank you, Puan Sri, for being with us here tonight. That really remind us the late Tan Sri contributions to Sarawak. And this book is expected to be launched by the end of the year, God willing, that all of us will be reminded the progress of the development in Sarawak and the contributions of our past leaders that I've just mentioned earlier on. And also remembering our past chairman, their contributions towards IEM Sarawak. Right Honorable Premier and ladies and gentlemen, today we are so privileged to have a visionary leader like Yang Amat Berhormat Premier of Sarawak. We used to be called like Datuk Seri Profesor Sim saja, tengok saja. There was never a highway in Sarawak. There was, so many things are lacking. We are always behind. But today, with the new visions that we have in Yang Amat Berhormat Premier, we will be the first to be involved in hydrogen technology. We will be the first to be involved in, last time people said there will be no LRT, there will be even no train. Jalan kereta api aja ada kita di Sarawak. Tapi kan itu, kita di Sarawak kelak jadi orang the first one to have ART with hydrogen powered technology. Can you imagine last time when we start Pen Borneo Highway, the engineers in Sarawak si pandai maulah highway. But today, I think people will come back and refer to us how to design ART, how to design hydrogen technology and all that. I think this is due to the visions of our Premier. And we Sarawak engineers take pride in it, and we are so proud to be Sarawak engineers. Wouldn't you? And Sarawak is experiencing tremendous development. And today, I was made to understand the petrochemical development in Sarawak is coming in big today. And we need so many engineers. And recently, Yang Amat Berhormat, when we had a courtesy call to him 2 days ago, he said, we don't have that engineers at the moment. And he is willing to give the expatriate 5 years work permit. You know why is the reason? The reason so that we engineers in Sarawak will catch up. In the next 5 years, we will be the referral for all those new engineering technology in Malaysia or even in the whole world. And may I bring this challenge to all of us Sarawak engineers. We must take pride on the current development of the state. Let us come together, strengthen and leveraging on each other's strengths, and I believe we can do better for a better Sarawak in the near future. Tonight, Right Honorable Premier and ladies and gentlemen, it is my utmost pleasure to thank our revered Premier for his presence tonight and for his willingness to grace our occasions tonight. And your presence here, Yang Amat Berhormat and Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Sri, meant a lot for us engineers in Sarawak. And as Obama once said, we will be there. Our goal may have just appeared in sight, but we are determined to get there. We will see to the end of the tunnel and embrace the light in its full glory. Finally, I want to take this opportunity to extend my sincere appreciations to everyone here for your gracious support, for your presence to the Institution of Engineers Malaysia Sarawak to make this momentous night come true. This night is yours. Cheers and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The welcoming speech by Yang Berbahagia Datuk Engineer Janang Anak Bungsu, Chairman of IEM Sarawak. Ladies and gentlemen, It gives us great pleasure and honor to now invite our guest of honor, the Right Honourable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak, to deliver a speech. The Right Honourable Datuk Petinggi, please.
Terima kasih saudara pengacara majlis. The Honourable Datuk Seri Profesor Dr. Sim Kui Hian, Deputy Premier. Yang berbahagia Datuk Engineer Janang Anak Bungsu, Chairman of IEM Sarawak. Yang berusaha Engineer Professor Dr. Jeffrey Chiang Chung Luin, Vice President of Institution of Engineer Malaysia. Yang berusaha Engineer Sim Hui Keng Stephanie, Organizing Chairman. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Pertama, saya ingin hendak mengucapkan penghargaan dan terima kasih kepada IEM kerana menjemput saya bersama-sama malam ini di makan tahunan, dan saya harap bahawa dengan adanya penemuan kita selepas 3 tahun tidak berjumpa akan membuka lembaran baru dalam kita nak membangunkan negeri kita. Thank you to the Institution of Engineers Malaysia Sarawak for inviting me tonight and to share with you some of the pertinent issues that we are facing and to share also the direction of Sarawak's economy towards 2030. I am glad to see so many engineers assemble tonight after a lapse of 3 years as a result of pandemic. They are seasoned engineers as well as new engineers. But what is important is that all of you are the key players in realizing Sarawak vision to be a developed economy with high income by the year 2030. Understand that the theme tonight is digitalization towards sustainability. And it is most apt as we strive to digitalize and ensure the sustainability of our economy. It is our mission to create and develop a sustainable environment while moving towards global digitalization and Industry 4.0. I must say that as engineers in various disciplines, you are a group of professionals who will give Sarawak the engineering capability to achieve what we have set out to do in the years towards 2030. What is particularly important is for us to upgrade our infrastructure, upgrade our roads, bridges, electricity and water supplies, telecommunications facilities, public transport, ports, airport, and the rest. Without good infrastructure, we will not get there by the year 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share with you the issue of digitalization. These 3 years have been very challenging as the pandemic has caused health and economic hardships in every sector and affected the livelihood of our people. But on the bright side, the pandemic has stimulated digitalization across various sectors as more businesses utilize technologies such as the Internet of Things, big data, and blockchain, meanwhile adopting the work from home practice as the new normal. Such changes have uplifted our progress towards reaching the goal of the economic digitalization of Sarawak. To fulfill that objective, as you know, I have launched the Post-COVID-19 Development Strategy 2030 that shall see Sarawak's focus on developing potential sectors and new resources such as hydrogen, and the world is going towards hydrogen economy, and I was privileged to be given the opportunity to present my paper in the World Summit Hydrogen in Rotterdam. And I was the only Asian presenting the paper. God willing, I've been invited to give a talk again next month in Japan on hydrogen economy. These are new resources that Sarawak is embarking on, and quite surprisingly, it is Sarawak in Borneo. And also the issue of CCUS, carbon capture, utilization and storage. And this is something new, and I have amended our land code, where one of the 4 areas in the world, owing to the geological formation of the earth, Sarawak waters or continental shelf is one of the 4 in the world that can store carbon. We are very blessed with that. Arising from that, of course, there is a new activity in our economy that is carbon trading, where we are going to stock carbon through our forestry sector as well as our storage area within our waters. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the main enablers is digital transformation. Digital transformation in this context means adopting and utilizing digital technology to modernize traditional ways of delivering services and operating businesses, as well as to enhance efficiency and productivity in the economic sectors of Sarawak. Therefore, it is vital for the public and private sector economies to quickly and effectively adapt themselves to the current pace of our state digitization movement by using and getting used to technologies like artificial intelligence, virtual and augmented reality. This also includes robotic operations. As for the government sector, initiatives such as spatial and geographical information system and building information modeling by BIM platforms and many more have been introduced. The government has been working extensively with science on some of the most comprehensive geospatial solutions in Malaysia and providing various geospatial services for both the public and private sectors. Their GIS system are the backbone of many government solutions, including our land management solution and local authority solution. A year ago, Sarawak Multimedia Authority collaborated with JKR Sarawak and the Academy Binaan Malaysia ABM for a building information modeling proficiency training program. I must also share with you, our Land and Survey Department has been rewarded by the international community in US for our development in digital information. This is an honor to Sarawak. Ladies and gentlemen, I was also being informed that IEM Sarawak, as a learned organization, plans to build an educational and digital lab with integrated BIM platform and other engineering software for students and working engineers. This is a good development in order to bridge the industrial knowledge gaps, especially in embracing artificial intelligence or AI in all the industries. I must congratulate IEM Sarawak for that. As you know, I promised, and I have fulfilled my promise by giving you 1 million for you to start off this initiative. And I'm also here to state that we will continue with one-to-one matching grant once you start building your own building in Samarahan. If you have 5 million, I give you 5 million. If you collect 10 million, I give you 10 million. Because this is very important for you to have your R&D and also to improve technology. We are no longer depending on foreign labor. You must embrace technology, robotic operation, even to the extent of, planning your building and giving advice to your clients. I am very obsessed with R&D. And that is the way for us to move forward. I am also very pleased and supportive of this plan, as the government is also looking for avenues to develop digital talents through the Digital Academy and digital upskilling programs. The direction in which IEM Sarawak is going with the proposed digital lab is commendable in order to produce more digital talents among Sarawakians. Ladies and gentlemen, the other area I wish to share with you while we talk about digitalization is also digital risk. While we are striving to place ourselves at the forefront of the world's digitalization, let us not forget about the risks that come with it, i.e. cyber security risks. There are findings from Trend Micro's biannual Cyber Risk Index report, which I would like to share with you. The report, which measures the gap between the cybersecurity readiness of the clients versus their likelihood of being attacked. On the scale of -10 to 10, with -10 being the riskiest and 10 being the safest, our position currently is at 0.08. The CRI also reported that 58% would very likely suffer critical cyber attacks in the next 12 months. 30% had suffered more than 7 network and system infiltration attacks. 14% had their information asset breached more than 7 times. And 21% encountered more than 7 customer data breaches over the past year. Engineers are no exception to this. Eventually, you will have to deal with huge scale of data in every task. And so I'm sure you are well aware and understand the risks. Therefore, we must return to the basics, identifying the critical data at risk, focusing on the threats that matter most to our economic sectors, and delivering multi-layered protection from comprehensive connected platforms. I put up this challenge to IEM Sarawak branch as one of our local engineering institutions to educate and train engineers for digitalization and cyber security. The other subject I would like to share with engineers tonight is innovation. Innovation is also a key enabler to fulfilling our goal for a sustainable digital economy. Innovation across the key economic sectors in Sarawak will enhance productivity and develop new solutions and products for domestic and export market. Leveraging on the natural resources in Sarawak, innovation will focus on developing R&D capabilities and commercial application aligned to technologies, digital application, and renewable energy. One of our initiatives is to set in motion a digital R&D innovation center with digital test bed and living labs. IEM Sarawak has made known of its intention to me to establish an educational hub for students and working engineers in order to provide an avenue for them to be exposed to current engineering issues, share ideas, and develop personal skill. I fully support this idea, which eventually could be turned into a facility similar to a digital test bed lab for the purpose of R&D. The Sarawak's budget allocation for 2022 that amounts to 67 million ringgit shows the importance that is placed on R&D to add value to our resources. Ladies and gentlemen, I have visited the Shell Research Center in Amsterdam and the Petronas Research Center in Bangi, and was introduced to many of their innovative creations. They have successfully engineered many new things in the oil and gas industry, which we should emulate in Sarawak in order to develop our homegrown engineering expertise. Ladies and gentlemen, IEM Sarawak has been growing steadily. With the current robust economic development in Sarawak, especially with the implementation of the Sarawak Digital Economic Strategy 2018 to 2022. I understand IEM Sarawak has over 2,000 local registered engineers and is still the largest professional body in Sarawak. Congratulations to IEM. And I have been told that there are 10,000 432 professional engineers with practicing certificates in Sarawak, and another 9,465 professional engineers are on their way to obtaining their professional practicing certificates. These are the unsung heroes, pivotal to the development of the state to reach greater heights. The numbers speak volumes about the importance of the engineering institution to the engineering fraternity. The engineers have a strong culture of independence that has successfully shaped the society, ethical conduct, and activities of the development in the state. Most importantly, engineers are governed by a professional code of conduct and regulations. It is undeniable that engineers are crucial to the future of Sarawak. Before I conclude, I would like to share with you the development of our petrochemical industry. Petrochemical investment are coming into Sarawak. There are two proposed investments, each valued at $6 billion US, meaning if the two plants, it is $12 billion US. And this investment is separation of gas, sour gas plant in Bintulu. And this is a very complicated process, as you know. Separation of gas, retaining sulfur in the other gas, and with carbon back into the earth. And therefore, with this investment, excluding our methanol plant, we need a lot of chemical engineers. And therefore, I would like tonight to urge IEM, to lure and attract our young to take chemical engineering. We are having good reserve of gas. I think 60% of Malaysia's reserve of gas in Sarawak. And we must add value to our gas. No longer just to export LNG. There are a lot of derivatives that can be processed from our gas. For that, we need a lot of chemical engineers. And that will propel our petrochemical industry. And I have a feeling that by 2030, we are the producer of petrochemical product in Malaysia. With that sort of vision and the direction the government is taking, I hope that the engineering fraternity will expand not only from civil, electrical, mechanical, but now also for chemical engineers. I hope IEM will help us to do that. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it is a job well done by IEM Sarawak, especially to the organizing committee members for successfully organizing a dinner with a team that supports the government's program to create a new economic environment. With that, I would like to take this opportunity to wish IEM all the best in its effort to contribute to Sarawak digital and sustainable economy initiative. Thank you very much and enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much, sir. Please remain on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, may we also invite on stage the Honorable Deputy Premier, the IEM Sarawak Chairman, along with IEM Vice President, to join and accompany our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Premier of Sarawak, to launch IEM Sarawak Branch Digital Innovation and Research Lab. Ladies and gentlemen, allocation received from our Premier will serve as a capacity building grant for establishing a much needed digital innovation and research lab on the ground floor of the International Engineering Center INTAC. And to launch the Digital Innovation and Research Lab, we invite our guest of honor to place his palm onto the digital tab. Silakan Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Petinggi.
Biometric application initiated. Scanning. Biometric accepted. Welcome.
Congratulations to IEM Sarawak for the official launch of Branch Digital Innovation and Research Lab. I'm happy to share with everyone that the lab will house the latest digital technologies where IEM Sarawak will work together with the government, universities and industries to assist students and our members in establishing a culture of innovation and embracing digital solutions. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor will be witnessing the MOU exchange between IEM and 3 collaborators. May we first invite Engineer Dr. Angelia Liu, Honorary Secretary of IEM Sarawak Branch, to join IEM Sarawak Chairman. First MOU exchange is with Jabatan Kerja Raya Sarawak. And with that, we invite Engineer Richard Anak Tajan, Director of JKR Sarawak, and Engineer Chin Hon Sin, Deputy Director, Research and Investigation, JKRS, to the stage for the exchange of MOU. JKR Sarawak, the government's leading infrastructure development and asset management agency, can provide input and advice to formulate the function and role of the International Engineering Center INTAC for the engineering community in the state. Thank you very much, Engineer Richard and Engineer Chin Hon Sin. Our next MOU exchange, ladies and gentlemen, is between IEM Sarawak and Swinburne. Representing Swinburne, we invite on stage Engineer Professor Lau Hiang Ho, Pro Vice Chancellor and Chief Executive Officer, along with Engineer Professor Su Hang Tiong, Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Computing and Science, Swinburne University of Technology, Sarawak. Swinburne Sarawak State's leading university to spearhead the use of building information modeling, or BIM, in the construction industry through education, training, research and development. And our final MOU exchange, ladies and gentlemen, is between IEM Sarawak and PCSS Consultancy Sendirian Berhad. We invite from PCSS Andy Tiong Meng Jun, Professional Service Director, and Puan Siti Aznisah binti Azli, BIM Manager of PCSS Consultancy Sendirian Berhad. Main areas of collaboration between two parties include promoting mutual understanding, knowledge and technical expertise, and of course sharing the latest construction technologies as the Digital Innovation and Research Lab. And now, a round of photo opportunity to all three collaborators together with all our distinguished guests on stage. Silakan sesi fotografi. How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. Thank you very much to all three parties. Again, we request our guest of honor to remain on stage. Kita persilakan JKR Swinburne dan juga PCSS untuk kembali ke tempat duduk. Coming up next is the IEM Sarawak Branch Best Student Award. Sharing with everyone here this evening that the IEM Sarawak Branch Best Student Award is presented as a token of encouragement to children of IEM Sarawak branch members who perform well in the SPM, STPM and A levels each year. Kita persilakan pertama untuk menerima award Zam Ishraf Danish bin Zamhuri daripada Maktab Rendah Sains Mara Tun Ghaffar Baba. Silakan untuk menerima anugerah daripada Yang Amat Berhormat Premier Sarawak. Tahniah adik. Seterusnya, ladies and gentlemen, we invite adik Elvina Wong Pei Suan of Datuk Petinggi Haji Abdul Ghaffar National Secondary School, Kuching, Sarawak. Silakan. Only 3 recipients are able to join us this evening out of 4. And next one, we invite Mary Ann Tay Rubing of SMK Methodist Cebu. Okay, next, ladies and gentlemen, is the presentation of IEM Sarawak Branch Chairman Award, which was first presented in 2019 to the best engineering final year student in various institutions of higher learnings here in Sarawak. Inviting first to receive the Chairman Award, congratulations to Farid Hamizan bin Roslan, a Bachelor of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, University of Malaysia. Silakan. Seterusnya kita persilakan Crystal Avery Kwe Sin Yi, Bachelor Degrees in Civil Engineering, Swinburne University of Technology, Sarawak Campus. Our next recipient of the Chairman Award is Luke Leong Tian Lok, Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering, University of Technology, Sarawak. Next, we invite to receive the award Zuzarin binti Abdul Kadir, Diploma in Electrical Engineering, University of Technology, Mara, UITM, Sarawak Branch. And last but definitely not the least, Francis Mila, anak Steven Storen, Diploma in Electronic Engineering, Communication, Polytechnic Kuching. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we would also like to acknowledge our kind sponsors, starting with the gold sponsor. To receive a gift or a plaque of appreciation, we invite our first gold sponsor, Perunding Isfid. Silakan wakil daripada Perunding Isfid. Thank you. Next, we invite from Juruterra Jasa Sarawak Sdn Bhd, also our gold sponsor. Next, we invite also our gold sponsor, SY Pekerjaan Piasau Sdn Bhd. Kita mohon wakilnya. Our next plaque of appreciation is presented to Borneo Restu Sdn Bhd. Borneo Restu Sdn Bhd, kita persilakan wakilnya. And last but not least, our platinum sponsor, Pansar Sdn Bhd and Perbena Emas, we invite Mr. James Ling, the Managing Director of Perbena Emas and Director of Pansar Berhad. Mr. James Ling, please. And finally, we invite IEM Sarawak Chairman to present our guest of honor, the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak, with a special memento that requires two of our ushers to bring in a beautiful portrait of the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak. Thank you, sir, for making time to join us in gracing our ceremony here this evening. Thank you, sir. Kita persilakan Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Petinggi untuk kembali ke tempat duduk. Terima kasih juga kita ucapkan kepada Deputy Premier kita, kepada IEM Chairman Sarawak and IEM Vice President. Alright, I'm sure everyone we're excited to see the souvenir presented to our guest of honor. And I'm sure everyone is interested to see the whole process on how it was done. So we have got a time-lapse video to share with everyone on the makings of our premier souvenir. Let's roll VT. Check this one out. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the time lapse of the making of our souvenir for our guests of honor this evening. Dinner continues, dinner will resume, and again we shall be entertained by live entertainment coming your way from Acoustic Connection. Take it away, guys.